All right, today we're gonna make homemade weights because you cannot buy a weight anywhere in the stores in the United States of America right now. So things are desperate, it's time to improvise. So we've gone to Lowe's, or you can go to whatever hardware store you like, and bought our basic supplies here. We have bought, let's have a look around, a concrete building form. I went with the 8-inch nominal diameter, which is, this particular one is actually about 8.5 inches on the inside diameter. Depending on the size you get, you're going to get a different amount of weight per inch when you make your weights, but you can kind of adjust with that. We have bought a galvanized steel pipe, 3/4 inch pipe. That will be our bar, 6 foot long, 72 inches. And we have also bought a 1-inch PVC pipe. It's important to note that this is the 200 PSI PVC pipe. If you buy the Schedule 40, which is the more standard version of PVC, it'll be too thick and it won't slide over the bar. So make sure you get the thin-walled PVC that'll slide over your bar, because this pipe is going to be kind of the inside of our weights, so it's got to slide over the outside of the bar. Bought a bag of concrete and a couple of 1-inch electrical conduit couplings. We're going to try those out as clamps on our bar. And you can see I've already started here. What I'm doing is cutting rings out of the concrete form, so we're going to mark it off at about the same distance. I'm going with about 2.5 inches. I think that's going to give me a weight that's a little bit over 10 pounds on this particular size tube. All the tubes are different sizes, so you might have to make an estimate of how that'll change based on the volume of your tube. And you can see that I'm just kind of marking it off with a pencil and cutting these rings. So you can try a variety of things to cut. I was not having very good luck with my saw, so I ended up just getting a razor blade. This is probably not the best way of doing this, but if you have a X-Acto knife or a utility knife, which I can't seem to locate at the moment, then that would be a better method. So you can see that I'm just cutting along the pencil mark that I've gotten, being careful not to end up with a trip to the emergency room. Okay, so you can see that we've cut out several rings here. We got 8 different rings cut out. That might be about enough for a bag of concrete, I estimate. Got 4 that I'm thinking will come out around 10 pounds, and then 2 different sizes of smaller ones. Obviously, I've kept them paired so that they'll balance on the bar. Next step was to cut our little PVC pipe into pieces that are the same height as the rings of cardboard that we've cut. These are going to be placed in the middle of the weight and kind of act as a collar. So we're going to set it up. You can see I've also put some garbage bags underneath the rings there. That's to help the concrete release from my garage floor. So we're going to mix up some concrete, and we're going to try to be pretty careful about getting those little white PVC pieces right in the middle of all the cardboard rings. All right, so we're mixing our concrete up now. We've got our molds ready to go there. Just gonna, that's not how you do it. We've got our concrete kind of evenly mixed up, so then we're going to just start throwing some in here. And the key is going to be to get that little thing right in the middle. So we're going to use a little bit of air when we do this, but we got to move kind of fast before our concrete sets too. Maybe I should have done the concrete in half a batch at a time. That would have been the intelligent thing to do, probably. This is an awful lot of concrete anyways, since they seem to sell it in 80-pound bags, and that's about it.
I see.
All right, so they're all filled up now. We're gonna clean up a little bit around the edges, but you can see that we've done our best to get the little PVC tube in the middle and to dig out any concrete that got into that out so that our bar will slide in okay. Pretty sure we'll be able to break out anything that does stick in there, but just try to be a little bit neat here. Okay, so they're sitting there ready to dry. We're gonna have to come back tomorrow and see how they turned out. All right, so it's about 24 hours later. You can see that we covered up our concrete. And I've been watering it a little bit every now and then. That's to help it cure correctly. Concrete actually cures better if it stays wet. And so the plastic helps prevent evaporation. It'll actually get stronger the longer you leave it, but I'm thinking 24 hours is probably good enough for what we're trying to get done here. All right, so we got our weights. Let's see how we did. See how they come onto the bar there. It looks all right. I'm just going to run them through and break out any chunks of concrete that have stuck onto the inside of the PVC pipe. There we go. Okay, so we got our bathroom scale out and tested out what we got in terms of weights. It looks like our bigger ones turned out to be about 13 pounds a piece. The smaller, or the bigger little ones were about 8 pounds a piece, and the littlest ones were 6 pounds a piece. So we're going to show how I assembled the bar here now. You can see that I put in one electrical coupler a foot in from the edge of the bar. I figured that'd give plenty of room to add some weights. I did actually have to replace the screws that came with the electrical coupler, which were kind of short like this, with some slightly longer screws. So I got some 10-24 half-inch long screws, which was good enough to screw down and tighten onto the bar. I also added a washer, next to the coupler. I'll put another washer on the outside here, and then slide my outside coupler on. And you can see on the outside coupler, I replaced the screws with half-inch long thumb screws that fit in there as well. So that'll help get the weights on and off easily. So there we go, just wrap it up, screw the last one in. So that wraps up the project for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Get some exercise out there and have a good day.